We are at war. This is a spiritual war. We are defending our third eye because it's under serious attack. You're not going to read about this war in any typical news channels. I'm sad to say, but we're losing this battle. But there are weapons that you can use against this onslaught. I could spend an hour on here telling you about things that they're doing to calcify our pineal gland. Believe it or not, this war has been going on for a very long time. In this video, I'm gonna uncover 10 weapons they use to calcify our pineal gland. I'm also gonna give you some weapons so you can fight back. Just knowing about these weapons that they use against you will help you reclaim your third eye. This is a partially calcified pineal gland. Now, if you're not sure what your third eye is, I suggest that you watch a video or two on YouTube that describes this important gland called the pineal. Back in Egypt, to stop people from using their third eye, they just made it forbidden to practice anything that would use the third eye if you were not an elite. If you were caught, you not only lost your third eye, you lost your head with it. Today, of course, they can't do that. So they have to use technology to calcify the gland, which makes it unusable. It's very easy to see people that are walking around with a calcified pineal gland. There is a trifecta that they use that when combined will destroy the pineal gland. I will tell you about that trifecta in a bit. As I put out new videos, they will progressively become more advanced. If you don't want to miss these videos, click on the subscribe button below with that bell icon to tell you when the new videos come out. So the main weapon that they are using against us is fluoride. It's in your public water systems, juices, and many other different foods. Things like cereal, grapes, raisins, wine, and even baby formula. I highly suggest that you do a search on different things and concentrations of fluoride in our foods and liquids. Also keep in mind that when you're taking a shower, it will absorb through the skin. If you take a hot shower, you will breathe in that steam that contains the fluoride. You get much more fluoride taking a hot shower than you would drinking a glass of fluoridated water. Don't take my word for this. I urge you to do your homework. I highly suggest a whole house reverse osmosis water system, at least one that is under the kitchen sink that will take out the chlorine and fluoride. Try to remove as much fluoride as you can out of your daily foods and drinks. So the next weapon they use is processed foods and additives. Diets high in processed foods, artificial additives, preservatives, and refined sugars will contribute to the overall body calcification, including the pineal gland. These substances disrupt the body's natural process, leading to the accumulation of calcium in tissues where it shouldn't be, such as the pineal gland. Things like artificial sweeteners, monosodium glutamate or MSG, artificial colors and dyes, examples being yellow number 5 and red number 40, sodium benzoate, BHA, and BHT. A diet lacking in natural whole foods can create an imbalance in the body's chemistry, potentially leading to the buildup of harmful substances that calcify the pineal gland, inhibiting its function. The next weapon they use is a nasty one: environmental toxins and heavy metals. Exposure to these environmental toxins and heavy metals such as mercury, lead, and pesticides will contribute to the pineal gland's calcification. These toxins can accumulate in the body and over time deposit in the pineal gland, leading to its calcification. The presence of these toxins in the body can interfere with various biological processes, including those that support the health and functionality of the pineal gland, potentially limiting its role for spiritual and intuitive experiences. There are a few things that I use to remove heavy metals from my body. I put cilantro, spirulina, and Chlorella in my green smoothie every morning. Make sure your Chlorella that you buy is cracked cell wall. The body can't break it down if it's not. I have links for the products that I use in the description below. So their next heavy-hitting weapon is electromagnetic radiation, or EMR. EMR from sources such as cell phones, cell towers, Wi-Fi routers, and other electronic devices will disrupt the body's natural electromagnetic field and contribute to the pineal gland's calcification. This radiation interferes with the gland's ability to function optimally, leading to calcification. Constant exposure to EMR inhibits the pineal gland's production of melatonin and its spiritual functions, leading to a diminished capacity for intuition and spiritual awareness. This is extremely hard to get around. The least you can do is turn your router and phones off at night when you sleep. They also sell EMR radiation blocking nets that go over your bed. I'll warn you, the ones that actually work are not cheap. Several hundreds of dollars. Now the next one, lack of sunlight and natural light exposure, is not really a weapon that they use, but a technique of fear that they spread. The pineal gland is sensitive to light, and insufficient exposure to natural sunlight combined with excessive artificial light can disrupt its function. The lack of natural light exposure will contribute to the gland's calcification. A lifestyle that limits time spent outdoors in natural light, especially during peak sunlight hours, will impair the pineal gland's ability to regulate circadian rhythms and maintain a role in spiritual perception. I try to get out in the sun in the early morning and also around noon for at least 10 to 15 minutes. I also try not to watch any TV or work on my computer or cell phone an hour before I go to bed. I put on special glasses that block blue light from these devices. I have a link in the description below if you're curious about the one that I use. The next weapon really burns me. Pharmaceutical drugs. Certain pharmaceutical drugs, particularly those that affect the endocrine system, contribute to pineal gland calcification. The long-term use of these medications can disrupt the natural functioning of the pineal gland, leading to its calcification. Regular use of certain medications may interfere with the pineal gland's role in hormone regulation, potentially contributing to its calcification and reducing its ability to support spiritual experiences. I use natural remedies for everything. If there's a pain or sickness, there's a natural remedy for it. I have a great book called The Encyclopedia of Herbal Medicine by Andrew Chevalier. He explains the herbs very well and how to make tinctures and infusions. There's also a link below in the description of the book if you're interested. Many who are concerned about pineal gland calcification recommend various practices to counteract or reverse the process, including avoiding fluoride by using non-fluoridated water and toothpaste. Before I say the next part, I have to say that I am not a doctor, and I suggest talking to your doctor before you take any type of natural remedies. Detoxifying the body through diet, exercise, and the use of supplements like iodine, boron, and antioxidants. Increase exposure to natural sunlight to support your gland's natural rhythm. Reduce exposure to EMR by limiting the use of electronic devices and use protective measures. Now, that trifecta that I was talking about is a combination of glyphosate, fluoride, and EMF. This is the perfect weapon to destroy your connection to the divine. I hate to say it, but it's actually fairly smart. If they just use one thing, they would shut it down very easily. But three things in combination is extremely hard to prove. If you have any weapons of your own to counteract this siege, Please add them in the comments below to help other people fight this war to lower our vibration. This next video will show you the most powerful way to raise your vibration.